Take a clear position, Siddharth Varatharajan. My question is this. On the basis of everything that we've seen so far, do you believe Rahul Gandhi has the makings of a good Prime Minister? Answer that question.
In my view, the big dilemma for the people of India is that these two so-called prime contenders for Prime Ministership, Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi, one experienced, the other inexperienced, both of them do not have the makings of the kind of Prime Minister that this country needs.
Okay, you're saying he doesn't have the makings of a good Prime Minister on the basis of what we've seen so far. Veer Sanghvi, he's lacked fire in the belly so far. He's not shown any consistency. He's been an irregular politician. He's been reluctant. Given these drawbacks, do you think he can make a good Prime Minister, sir?
Well, the short answer is I don't know if he will make a good Prime Minister. I'm not convinced, however, that fire in the belly is an essential prerequisite. Manmohan Singh had no fire in the belly. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a statesman. He never hungered for anything. He had no fire in the belly. I don't think naked ambition necessarily makes for a good Prime Minister. But yes, I would concede that a degree of reluctance, a degree of diffidence, which is what Rahul Gandhi has shown in the last few years, does suggest that perhaps he should be more enthusiastic for the job. He should have been better prepared than he appears to be.
Dr. Singhvi, you want to respond to the charges of Rahul being a reluctant politician so far, displaying no real fire in his belly, no aggro, no desire to be on the ball, being ready to go. He's been an inconsistent, irregular and reluctant politician so far. Why do these handicaps not disqualify him from the post of Prime Ministership?
No, in the beginning of the program, I told you that these are sometimes convenient tags. They stick on because the media uses them repeatedly, and that happened in his case, I think, only because of a reason which has nothing to do with a reluctant politician, but because he refused to take up a ministerial position. That's about it. He has been hyperactive in the party. Why do you consider a person who's hyperactive in the party and who chooses not to take up a ministerial position as a reluctant politician? He has toured the length and breadth of India. He has gone into areas which most ministers have not gone into. The only thing because in our country we have this huge thing about position, and I tell you, this is certainly a fact. With Rahul Gandhi, it's totally unpretentious. I don't say that he should not have taken ministership. Perhaps he should, but his whole approach is to work at the grassroots. And ever since he decided on 2 or 3 occasions early on, when ministership was clearly open to him, this tag is hung around him. But what about the work he's done in NSUI, in Youth Congress, in villages?
Shiv Vishwanathan, the fact that Rahul Gandhi did not hanker for power.
Is that not political hunger? Is that not hunger in the belly? Is that not hunger in the belly? To reform the whole party, which is much less reformable.
Shiv Vishwanathan, has Rahul Gandhi displayed adequate hunger in the belly, adequate consistency to be India's Prime Minister? Or do you think not hankering for power, is that a positive or is that a negative when it comes to evaluating RG?
Look, Rahul Gandhi likes power. He likes it to be bestowed on him. He doesn't hanker for it. If he was leading the Boy Scout movement, there are possibilities. If he was part of a parent-teachers meeting, I would be optimistic. But to lead a nation, forget it. I think let's take this question seriously. This man is a coy, reluctant bride. The whole family is getting him married off. But you think that he hankers for power, that he is competent about power, is a travesty of analysis and history.
Dr. Singhvi must respond. Coy, reluctant bride, the family insists that he gets married, the bride herself not sure. And what is it that he's done which would really give people a sense of his competence, which would give them the confidence that here's a man who can lead us into the future, Dr. Singhvi?
100% marks to my friend Mr. Vishwanathan for excellent English, great subjectivity, remarkable adjectives, and total disconnect with politics. That's my answer.
No, but you must answer. You must answer, because we aren't seeing. Sunil Alag has his hand up. He wants to build the argument that Shiv Vishwanathan has laid out.
How many times, okay, let me answer, Rahul. How many times can I answer that this perception you could have another sociologist or another academic having a totally 100% different view, because all that Mr. Vishwanathan has done is given his subjective,
No, absolutely. Everybody's view in a debate is subjective.
I don't think so.
We're on a very subjective issue,
so.
and therefore
With
I'm asking
No,
people
no, no,
to take
no.
clear positions.
No, no,
None
no,
of what
no,
you're
no,
saying
no,
is
no.
objective either.
No,
It's
no,
also in the realm of
Rahul,
subjectivity,
no, no,
and there is
Rahul,
nothing
Rahul.
wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Of course it is. No,
No,
Rahul.
it's a subjective debate. Do you believe the man is ready or not? This is the question that people will have in mind when they decide whom to vote for, and we want everyone to put
Please,
out their free
one
and
sec.
frank opinion. Yes, you complete your argument, Dr. Singhvi. Sunil Alagh has his hand up. Yes, quickly.
Now Rahul, you are now speaking more than all the panelists combined, unfortunately. I have given you objective answers, and there have been objective objections to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Lack of experience, not taking ministerial post. Tell me one objective fact in the words spoken in the last answer by Mr. Vishwanathan. That's my point.
Okay,
In the
Sunil
last
Alagh
answer,
goes
there are only
next.
adjectives.
Sunil Alagh.
Yes, I've dealt with the experience point. I've dealt with the ministerial point, and those are objective facts. Those are objective facts.
Sunil Alagh.
You know, my only
I
issue
can't
with
answer a
Rahul is he
reluctant
doesn't
drive,
hanker for
except to
What?
say subjectivity.
One by one, gentlemen. Sunil
Okay,
Alagh.
Abhishek, my only issue, he doesn't hanker for power because he has it. His reluctance to have responsibility and only authority, that's what worries me. He is able to exercise authority when he feels like it. Well, when he didn't like the law on convicted people in court, he came and tore up the stuff. Others he'll appear. So everywhere he appears to exercise authority when it suits him, but he doesn't want to carry the responsibility of government. He's a very nice guy. He's got very well-meaning stuff. I agree with you, but that is what I find his weakness is.
Okay.
He doesn't want to carry the responsibility, and that we cannot have as a Prime Minister who doesn't want to be responsible. He cannot talk like the opposition in Congress and say, I want to do this, I want to do this, and his whole party is doing exactly the opposite. I mean, please, somewhere the responsibility has to fall on the shoulders of the Prime Minister. Manmohan Singh doesn't want to carry it. Rahul doesn't want to carry it. Who's going to carry it?